Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the tangle Koyuki from Minako Sayama. And I hope I pronounced that at least close. All right, so this is a neat tangle. And you know what? It looks way harder than it is, let me tell you. And then I suppose, you could probably take it complicated and, in playing with it, but it is simple in nature. Okay, so it starts off with some small lines, and let's see how many I can fit here. But they're not equally spaced. So you're going to have, let's start it right here. So 1, 2, so one farther apart, and then, well, you know what? No. I was just thinking, like, this is a set. I should make them even-ish. And then if you want to do another set, we'll put this one right next to this. Oh, and let's squeeze a little one in here. Like that, okay? Then we're making a big M, except that. So from these ends, we're just going to do 2 more lines. So coming down, center-ish, but you want to make sure to pass this one, like I've done here. Ooh, like that. All right. Oh, and I forget what the name of this. If I was aiming to do this, making it gradually smaller, is it perspective? I think if I set out to do it wouldn't work. I just seem to do it naturally, and I should go with it more and pay attention. It's just so funny. All right, so we have these big M's, and then from the edge of wherever you want this, and I'll see. Well, no, let me do this first, and then I'll tell you my thought. And essentially, hollowing under here, right? And then if any of the lines need to meet up, like that one, it's just real easy just to bring it down. I mean, carefully, because you don't want to, we want to make it not look like we had to do that, right? That's it. That is it. And then, you know what? Since I have this here, I want to do it the opposite way. So taking a look at the For More Inspiration link, Minako has some really nice ideas for, how you could use this. And so does Linda in her little thumbnail. But let's see. So I'm going to do my best here. Let's see if I can make these line up. I do like eyeballing things. And, in Zentangle, close will get you that cigar. I'm going to bring them out. Okay, let me trace over and bring it out a little further the other way. Okay, and I'm essentially mirroring this, so let's see what that does. Because I did like the one sample. There we go. Okay. Oh, and so the thought I had, so if you wanted to use this along a string line that might be wavy. Oh, you know what? We could test it. Well, let's do that. We'll do it right now before I interrupt myself yet again. I'm so good at that. I'm so rude to myself. Sorry, I don't get mad at myself too often. All right, let's do this. Okay, that's my string line that's on a tangle that I'm doing, right? Okay, so and so let's start in the middle because I do like to do that. Oh, and okay, so if you were going to do this as part of your string. I'm going to start at the string and come up because that's going to be this part, right? And then, so like there's one set, right? The next one, you want to have it close together. Oh, and let's just go with the, oh, I'm just going to leave that there. There's not really enough room. Okay, and I want to turn it this way because. Oh, let's see. I can probably get one more, sort of. Okay. Now we'll do the M part. So the big long V's crossing over. Well, you know what? The only trick here, although maybe you could, I mean, because I do not like to use the eraser. That's not as in, well, no, I just don't like to because I'm stubborn. When we're doing traditional Zentangle, in case you don't know, if you have not taken, by the way, if you have not taken an intro, I call mine Zentangle Essentials. If you have not taken something like that from a CZT, do yourself a favor and do that. Or at a minimum, get one or both of the Zentangle books. So that way you get you understand the philosophy behind a lot of these things. I always get soapbox moment. I always get frustrated as I'm thinking about what to do with that line. Frustrated when people get no erasers are allowed. Oh, no this, no that. It's like, understand there's a philosophy behind it. So, it's not about pre-planning and doing things perfect. It's whatever happens. The string just disappears. The pencil lines disappear in your work, things like that. Or you find a way to blend it in. So all of a sudden I'm thinking, well, now that's going to be a problem. And I did make my pencil line rather thick. Usually we try to do it light. And, yeah, so that, and, because I just like in Zentangle, I don't do, let's start over here. Let me cancel this one and, and we'll, you know what? Let's do this. Okay, because that's what I saw that she did. I like to do it one take, and if I'm decided to experiment live, that's just whatever happens, because that's how we learn and figure things out. And so what I do like to do is to figure out, well, how can I do this without an eraser? Now, one thing is just to not worry about it. Or have some pattern that maybe you want it to have it come out from there. Like, we're going to make one up. Well, no, not really. Well, sort of. I can't remember what the name of it is, though. But there are ones, right, where we're just going to do some lines. Always seems weird when I say that. We're going to do some lines. Okay. Lines of ink. Crossing those. Let's put some more. This could be like straight mist. There's a tangle, if you don't know, there's a tangle called mist, M-S-S-T. And usually it's squiggly lines with dots below it. This is just decorating. And look it! You don't see that. It's a party. Happy New Year. There we go. I like to say there is always a way. And with this, I'm going to fill these in because I saw somewhere in some of the samples where she did that. Let's switch to the graphic one. And I think it really emphasizes the effect that this has. The way we're doing this. This makes me think of Thomas Padros, a lot of his work, and Teresa Fessler kind of does some things too, where things look like a pocket. I'm sure there's somebody else, that I'm forgetting, but there are ones like this where it just has such a neat look, like this. But as I said, this one not as hard as it looks, unless you want to do something, make it complicated. Or get yourself into a problem that I didn't pre-think of, but that's okay. That's what I think is the fun of Zentangle, is trying to work out, well, okay, well, how am I going to make this better without using, an eraser? I don't like to, I like to use a ruler either. Now, occasionally I will. Depends on what it is. If we're doing Zentangle inspired art, part of my, it's like, well, all bets are off then, because it's different then. If you're trying to do it as a way to aid yourself in meditation or mindfulness, that's the reasons that we don't have those things, is because it kind of hinders that. Although at the same time, it's like, if it really bothers you to not, I don't know. The jury is kind of out on that part in my book, because if it bothers you too much, then it's not mindful. But at the same time, I get the philosophy of just letting it flow. And, and it's one of those things where, as long as I think if you have a challenge with, any of that, keep playing with it. And, I think, hold on, let's see. I'm going to put the graphite under here this time. To emphasize that effect. And I just think it's neat kind of having this just coming out into nothingness, or the rest of the paper, I should say. To me, it's just interesting. Ooh. Okay, and this will sort of date me, I guess, because I know it's from before my time, but at the same time, I know about it, but it makes me think of Kilroy Was Here. Oh, and I just realized, look at that, makes for like a nice border, and these are like little things holding whatever that is in place. Neat. It's like it's cut out of the paper. That's what I think is so fascinating with these kind of tangles. But really, really cool. And then you could do other things, like I said, you could do other patterns, in there. It's up to you. Sky is the limit. All right. Super neat. You know what? I think I'm gonna fill those ones in on there too. So if you have enjoyed this, and I hope you have, would love it if you click on the like button. I'm probably wrecking some of that. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I really like that look. But if you've enjoyed this, please click on the like button. If you liked it enough to see more, please click to subscribe to the channel. In the description section, you will find links to the step outs. And then below those is my link tree, where you will find links for everything, my social media. So if you really enjoy my style, let's say you can follow me for a number of things as well. Oh, let's see. Oh, see, now I can fix this one here, because this is the end. I can make that a little wider. Yay! Other advantage, course corrector number 1. There we go. All right. But you can follow me for classes. We have a Tangle Addicts community Facebook group. You can join us there. There are 4 questions, by the way, that you have to answer in order to gain entry. I do teach twice a week, generally on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays are free. But this, at the time of this recording, it's December, and I'm a musician, so it's just a bit nuts. So do check, and, pay attention to the dates, because I will have, change them occasionally. I do my best not to. Let's see. Thursdays are free. Tuesdays have a fee, except for the third Tuesday, which is coming up. And that one is free. It's called Tough Tangle Tuesday. And as the name gives you the idea, that I try to pick something tough, one way, shape, or form, and we play with it and make sense out of it. So, all right. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.